Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video I will show you how to use the checkbox control in our Qt widget application and how to get the user response and set the user response on our checkbox control and how to set check the unchecked status of our checkbox control. So let's drag and drop our checkbox control in our application. So and there is one basic property is the object name. So let's change the object name checkbox select me. Okay, let's change the text select me. Okay, there is one basic property is the geometry width and height also you can set, and this is the font size basic property also increase the font point size, set the bold, and there is a one font family property you can set your required font family property here. And there is a one basic property is the checkbox is a checkable and check status. So you can define the basic default status of your checkbox control by using check property. So whenever I set your checked, you can see the checkbox selected, and when I click on unchecked, so you can see that there is a unchecked status is updated. Now here you can see the default go to slot, and you can see the event state change and check states change. Okay, so first of all let's run this application, wait for the build. So this is the basic control. So let's create its events, go to slot and state change. Okay, now let's print the state. So basically state change return three values. 0 means non checked, unchecked, and 1 means partially checked, and 2 means fully checked. Okay, so let's print this status. So here we have to include the header file Qt core. Okay, now let's run the application. So you can see when I click on the currently checkbox is selected, so that give me a argument as a 2 value. When I unselect, at that time I get the 0. So by use of this state change event, you will get the current state of your checkbox. So let's write a simple condition. So if argument is equal to 0 and if argument equal to, so let's add one more button. Okay, so when user select on that checkbox, we set the default status as a true. So set disable that button when user unchecked our checkbox. So set enable as a false, and when user click on the check, that time we enable as a true. Okay, so the default property was our false, so let's set you by default false and run the application. So you can see when I uncheck our select me checkbox, at that time push button was the disable, and when I click on the select me, at that time push button is enabled. So this is how you can control your status or of your checkbox. Okay, now how we can get the current status of our checkbox. So let's add one more button to get the status. Get state. Okay, so let's create a click event. and print the status of our checkbox control. Okay. Is checked or not. So, if checkbox is checked, that time it will give a return true or otherwise return false. Wait for the build. Select me and get the status. So you can see currently checkbox is checked, that time I get the true. Now unselect and get the select, click on the push button and that time I will get the false. So by use of this is checked method, you will get the current state of your checkbox. Now let's connect this signal with our specific slot. So now let's define one more slot. So just simply slot custom. Let me rename. Okay. Now let me delete this one. So currently I delete the auto generated checkbox event, and now we will connect this slot, custom slot, with our checkbox. Okay. Now for that we will use the same connect method. We will provide our sender. So our sender is our checkbox, and which signal they will give state change, and who will we will be the receiver our this window, and what slot we will run when receive the signal on check status check change custom integer. So now our checkbox of state change event, state change signal will connected with our checkbox select me state change custom window. Okay. Now let's print the message or print the argument. From custom event. Okay. Now let's run the application and check it. Wait for the build. So you can see the event is successfully connected. Okay. And we will get the message also 0 when select is 10, that time we will get the 2 and get the 0. Okay. So now event is successfully connected with our signal and slot, and now let's get the change the status at the runtime. So let's add one more button to change the status. Change the state. Okay. Now let's click on the button. Clicked. At that time we set the state by use of set function. So set check as the true. Okay. And let's add one more button. Change state as the true and as a false. Okay. So on that button we will set as a false. Okay. So these are the main important function to change the status at the runtime. By use of set check the status function is checked for the get, and state change event is for the get the is the event whenever user click on the state, at that time you can write your specific code for enable, disable and run a specific command for that time. Wait for the build. So currently is unchecked, and now let's click on the as the true. So when I click on the true button, at that time state was the change, and we will get the event argument one from custom event. Okay. Now we will set as a false, so you will get the message also as a 0. Okay. So you can see state was changed, at that time event is automatically called whenever state was the change. So this is how checkbox control works and how you can use its function in your application. And please drop your comment if you have any question regarding how to connect the checkbox state change event with this specific signal and slot. And please drop your comment if you have any other question regarding checkbox control. And next video I will show you how to customize or change the style sheet of our checkbox control as like a Q push button control. And please share this video with your friend and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of new video. And thanks for watching my video. Thank you.